It is going down the New Music Show Online, aka the Weekend Mixtape. I'm DJ Ski, finally back. I'll get to see my brother DJ Drew.
What up, Ski?
What's good, sir?
Man, last time I saw you, I was watching you on the stream of iHeartRadio doing it big out in Vegas.
Last time I saw you was at a club DJing, killing it down there like you always doing stuff. So lots of stuff coming up. It's the fourth quarter, which means lots of brand new music, lots of music news. And as you can see on the stage, this is probably as full of a stage as we've ever had. We don't even have room to sit down because we have Oona and Dave coming up in a little bit. It's going to give a sick performance. We saw them warming up. That's why we're a couple minutes late, because we were getting all this crazy stuff set up.
Yeah, I mean, this is a full-on production right here. Yeah. This is no joke.
It's going to be sick, so stay tuned for that. But right now, let's talk new music. What's your pick for the week? What are you listening to right now?
Right now, the biggest stuff for me that works in the club, man, is, it's got to be trap stuff, man. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. So hold on. A lot of people might not be familiar with this type of music yet. It's kind of started out here, and it's really getting its wings at L.A.
Yeah, I mean, trap has always been around. I mean, it was back. I mean, it's always been around. It's like a southern thing, and
but it's a little different now.
Yeah, now it's different. The cool thing that I like about trap is, like, now it's starting to fuse both hip hop and house together. So it's kind of taking on like a totally different genre than what hip hop. So right now, like, that's the biggest stuff. Like Tyga, like Do My Dance is like,
it's crazy.
Some nasty stuff that always works in the club.
So what it is, so trap music, basically, if you know hip hop trap music, it's all like the Jeezy, the down south rap. But now, like you mentioned, they're adding a drum beat underneath it. So it's all like real housey.
And they're just like chopping up samples and just
crazy.
There's
some great remixes out there.
Oh, dude. I found this crew that, if any DJs are watching, look out for Wadapachi, dude. There's some dudes from Asia. I don't know if it's Japan or China. Oh,
killing it. Killing it.
I play a Gangnam Style trap remix that they like, dude. This is fire.
There's a Gangnam Style trap remix? Wow. I need that. We need to talk after that. Anyway, speaking of that side, did you hear about this? He said he's going to actually perform Gangnam Style shirtless if he hits #1 on the Billboard charts. And he's almost there. Are you guys? Should we avoid it from getting to #1?
Well, we want to avoid it right before Jingle Ball and then let him go #1, so he does it at Jingle Ball.
That's true. Speaking of Jingle Ball, I can't even go down the list. It's so big we had to do it 2 days. Do you even know all the performers that we have?
Man, no.
We could sit here. We'd sit here. We don't have enough time to list them all, but it's going down. It's going to be 2 days this year for the first time in a long time. December 1st and December 3rd, downtown LA.
Yeah, it's going to be big. The last time we did something like this was for Wango Tango, like a long time ago. I mean, I'm probably dating myself, so I've been here a while. So
nah, you've been doing your thing. So Justin B, everybody in the world is going to be there. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But right now, speaking of other new music, there's a lot of new albums about to come out. Kendrick Lamar from the West Coast on the hip hop side drops his new album next week. It's really, really good. So make sure you support that. We're going to get him up here on the show soon.
Swedish House Mafia's album drops.
Their last album, right?
Yeah, that's it, man.
It's crazy.
It's all marketing.
It's all marketing. So you go by it. Then they'll reunite and do the reunited tour. Exactly. It's crazy. They killed it at iHeartRadio and stuff too. Their just set is incredible.
You know what? I can't wait to see them in concert because I've never seen them other than when they did their show and they streamed it in New York. So I'm going to the show in March, definitely.
It's going to be going down. But right now, I think let's fill the stage up. It's kind of empty in here. Let's bring up Oona and Dave right now. It's going down. New Music Show Online, Weekend Mixtape. Hey. This is Oona. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you doing?
All is good. This is Dave. How are you?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
So I want to talk about how you guys found it. There's like an interesting story I heard. So you guys got connected at first. Dave, you were producing some records, and then you guys kind of, decided to go different ways for a second, right?
Yeah. We well, it's just how things go. Sometimes I got kind of busy, and Oona had to spend some time developing her sound and kind of get it together. And then she came back. We kind of reconnected a few months later. How did you find that out?
Yeah, he's being very nice when he says that. Like, I was singer-songwritering, and he was like, okay, yeah, you really have some work to do on getting yourself ready to go. But he didn't say that. He just got busy, miraculously. But then he had a dream where I was playing a show, a night that I actually was playing a show. Wow. So then he had to call me. So that's what he did.
Divine intervention. And you guys are from the Bay. You guys are from the Bay, right?
Yeah. Originally, yeah. We've been down here for about 2 years now.
So how'd you guys first get connected that first time?
God, I think
his writing partner, Stephen Bradley, longtime writing partner, outstanding musician. His my friend's mom was trying to fix my friend up with him, and then I was.
He was working
Yeah.
this job. He's a waiter. He's not a waiter. He's a real great musician. But anyway, so she met him and she's like, "You should date my daughter." And he's like, "Ah, that's kind of weird. I got a girlfriend." She's like, "Yeah." So he broke up with his girlfriend later on, and he got the card and called the mom and got the number and
it
dated
was-
this girl once, and then she was friends with Oona, and
We met on a sidewalk outside Hotel Cafe in San Francisco, and many years later, we're still doing it.
yeah, and we're all still friends. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. So now, how would you describe your sound? I've heard people say it's almost Foster the People type. Like, what would you say your sound is and influences?
Ooh, well, we're just finishing our newest EP, and we spent a lot of time listening to the Police and like Passion
Okay.
Pit, MGMT,
Wow.
sort of like.
That's a good combination: the Police, Passion Pit, and MGMT.
Well, like there's a lot of light in it, and when I started, that was something that I really admired, was people who could really make upbeat and like uplifting
Yeah.
music, and it was not something I could do moping by myself with a guitar or a keyboard, you know. So I like forever indebted to Dave for allowing all this stuff to come through, and he's really as you will soon hear, like he's really something. He's
Oh, yeah.
composed all these tracks that you'll hear today, and
I always want to ask like groups that come up, how do you guys solve creative differences in the studio? Because obviously you have a different vision than what Dave does, you know what I mean, on a track. How do you guys solve that?
I throw a shoe at the door.
Oh, that always works.
Well, we had another record, another EP, so we worked through a lot of different styles to kind of figure out where we were going. You know, like any band. I mean,
But best idea wins. you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
That's-
Music makes the decisions, and so you get your ego and you get yourself out of the way of it. You just let the music happen. That goes for anything in life, right? You try
I
to
mean,
do-
it's not easy to get to that place, but
Yeah.
like right now we are finally at that place where like
Yeah, we're
whatever
finally-
the best idea is, that's what you're going with. And
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing sometimes is to just finish and see your idea all the way through, because the more work you do on it, the less it comes out how you originally intended it, and then you can sort of psych yourself out. But if you keep going and you get through the finish line, like it's going to turn into its own thing. It'll be its own creature.
Now, you guys have had a lot of success recently, playing out everywhere. You even sold like 27,000 copies of a single on iTunes. What advice would you give to new artists and new bands out there on how to get out there and how to get heard and kind of, you know, with there being 20 billion musicians now in the world, it seems like, how do you guys get out there?
Well, I'd say I'll do one part. Just be great. Try to be great. Aspire to be great. Make great music. Don't forget about what anybody else is doing. Just like follow your heart and tune to your music and make great music and great art, because there's no denying that. So when you go play live, you know, either you can do it or you're not. People can make great records now on a computer with nothing, but then you go to see them and it's just like, you know, music's an old form. But the other side of it is, and I'll let Oona take the side of it, is understanding how the internet works and kind of, you know, just there's certain ways you can kind of go about it and give yourself some visibility. But
And I think that there's huge business being done by like lots of companies that purport to offer opportunities, but then there's like great companies that are actually offering opportunities and offering you tools like Bandcamp, Bandpage, like SoundCloud. These are Root Music, Bandpage. These are all like really, really great companies that are giving you the tools you need to get your stuff out there. I sent Julie a SoundCloud stream, you know, so that's
Shout out to Julie, who's out in New York this week.
Yeah, shout out to Julie P.
Man, I'm ready to see them perform. dude.
Let's do it right here. It's going down. New music show, aka the Weekend Mixtape. We're gonna shut up and let the stage fill.
This is Tristan Canizero on guitar. This is a song called Kaleidoscope, and it's available for free download on our site, oonamusic.com, OONA, so check it out.
Dave and Oona right there. Amazing record. Thank you guys so much for coming up here and performing it for us. Yes, and introducing us to your music. Where can people see you guys online, get the music, all that stuff? What's the fun websites?
Oonamusic.com.
Oh, we got the echo and all that stuff.
I love that pedal. Oonamusic.com, Twitter, Oona Music, Facebook, Oona Music. It's mostly Oona Music. Oona.bandcamp.com if you want to buy anything. So.
Nice. And when do we get to hear the next project? Oh, iTunes, of course.
Yeah, we are also on iTunes.
Everywhere.
I think we're coming out in the middle of January. Nice. So first quarter.
Awesome. Well, we got to get you guys back up here then.
All right.
Thank you guys for tearing it down so much. Oona, Dave, it is going down, the new music show online, a.k.a. The Weekend Mixtape. I'm DJ Ski signing out. Julie Pilot, have fun in New York. Drew, thank you for coming through. We're done.